Hi, this is Jason Leister from ClientSuck.net with another episode of The Client Insider. Today's topic isn't such a great thing for me to admit, but I'm going to do it for your benefit, and that is the fact that oftentimes when working with clients, I've had occasion to realize just how emotionally immature I can be. Let me explain what I mean by that. I've been doing in this business for working with clients for a while, but in its present form probably for the last 4 years or so as a copywriter, a marketer, stuff like that. And if I look back throughout the clients that I've worked with, I've often fallen into the trap of allowing my perception really at any one time of how things were going with those clients to really control my life. So what I mean by that is, and as ridiculous as this is to admit in a public forum, like I said before, I'm doing it because I would bet that a few of you who are listening to this might have experienced the very same thing. So here's how it works. You're working with a client, you get the new client, everyone's excited, maybe you do some work for them, you submit it, and they love your work, and you feel that good feeling in your gut, and life is good, right? And meanwhile, you have this other client who you're working with them as well. You submit work to them, they respond and say, it's not exactly what I was looking for. Actually, this isn't the right direction at all. And you feel that empty, hollow feeling in the pit of your stomach, and the rest of your day you can't get it out of your head. Now, if you want to work with clients and not have this type of thing happen to you, if you want to get off the emotional roller coaster of being controlled by that, being controlled by your perception of how you think the client relationship is going, your perception of what your client thinks of you at any one moment, if you want to cut the cord and stop having that affect the quality of your daily life, then here's my recommendation to you, and it's a realization that I've come to far too recently for me to admit. So here's how it works. The reason that I believe that I fall into that trap is simply because I lose focus of the big thing that I'm actually doing all of this for. Actually, it's not sometimes that I've lost focus, it's that I've not even taken the time to figure out what that big thing is. So it's a little bit like driving down the road with your windshield wipers on. If you focus on nothing about where you're going, if you aren't able to see down the road far enough to see your destination, or at least imagine it, then when you're driving down the road at 80 miles an hour and those bugs hit your windshield, they're going to seem very large. In fact, your vision is going to focus on them. And that's about all you're going to focus on. And it's going to suck. It's a little bit like it is when you're working with clients. When you allow the client project or the client personality or whatever it is that gets to you, if you allow that to be front and center in your field of vision, and if you allow that to grow so large that it obstructs your view of your final destination, of the real reason that you're in this business, then your life potentially could suck from day to day. And the control of whether or not that happens, you will put squarely in the hands of your client. But they won't even know that they have that control. And they won't really have that control, but you will have abdicated it. You will have given up control over your happiness from day to day. So what do you do instead? You get clear on exactly your big reason for doing what you do. And if you don't have one, then maybe you should sit down and figure that out. In my case, if I have a big goal, the big thing that I'm not necessarily trying to achieve, but the thing that I keep coming back to, the real reason that I'm in this business, maybe it's just because I like it. Or maybe it's because that when I'm actually doing the work, I get in such a zone that it feels fulfilling to me. Or maybe it's because I like the thrill of the hunt. Maybe because it's like I like to, go get a client and have that feeling of really achievement when that relationship begins. Or maybe it's because I have goals and hopes and dreams for my family, things that I'd like to provide for them. Or perhaps it's me more centered on me. The goal is that I simply want to overcome all of those areas in my life where I have not lived up to the excellence and not filled the potential that I'm really capable of. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What matters is the size of it and your ability to remember that thing on a day-to-day basis. Then when the clients come and the clients go and the clients love you and the clients can't stand you and the clients send you accolades or the clients send you nothing but criticism, you deal with it because you're a responsible professional. But it does not supersede that thing that keeps you in this business. And when you fix your gaze on that thing and you refuse to allow yourself, your internal foundation, to be compromised by the experiences that go on around you, your life will improve. I guarantee it, because I know it to be true. Okay? So if you're dealing right now with an emotional roller coaster in your business, then I'd say to you the same thing that I say to me, and that is grow up. Understand that you have control over your emotional maturity, and that the ability to which you develop that, you will be a lot happier, your life will improve, and you will fully realize the control that you have over your happiness. Again, this is Jason Leister from ClientSuck.net. If you want to subscribe to the client letter, you can do that below. You'll get emails from me every day with stuff just like what we covered here in the last few minutes. I wish you the best of luck. Take care.